Today we're going to take a deeper look in details of WWE superstar Alexa Bliss. So let's start by her real name, which is Alexis Kaufman. Alexa was born on August 9, 1991 in Columbus, Ohio to teenage parents who were still in high school at the time of her birth. She has been involved in sports since the age of 5, competing in track and field, softball, and gymnastics. She was also a cheerleader at Hilliard-Davidson High School and reached Division I status at the University of Akron, where she graduated with an MA. She spent time in competitive fitness competitions and has competed in the Arnold Classic. At the age of 15, she had a life-threatening eating disorder, but turning to fitness competitions helped her overcome it. Alexa has been a big fan of Disney since the age of 3, which she attributes to her family's annual trips to Walt Disney World despite their low income at the time. Having no prior wrestling training, Alexa was signed by WWE in May 2013 and reported to WWE's NXT. Alexa began her career using a fairy gimmick, which saw her wearing a cheerleading uniform and blowing glitter during her entrance. In hindsight, she has spoken negatively about her early characterization and blamed her inexperience for creating it, noting that it was a very unrelatable character and basically Tinker Bell in a wrestling ring. The glitter also would stick to her and her opponents and would be hard to remove, resulting in it being banned by WWE. She eventually altered her gimmick to that of a cruel, calculating, unhinged, bullying villain, taking inspiration from the comic book character Harley Quinn in personality and appearance. As her primary finisher, Alexa uses a diving Barani flip from the top rope, dubbed Twisted Bliss, which originates from her background in gymnastics and was initially called the Sparkle Splash. On July 24, 2013, she made her televised appearance congratulating the inaugural NXT Women's Champion Paige. And in August, she was added to WWE.com's NXT roster page and assigned the ring name Alexa Bliss. She acted as an unnamed ring announcer for the November 20 episode of NXT. Her first televised appearance on the main roster came at WrestleMania 30 on April 6, 2014, when she played a part in Triple H's entrance. She made her televised in-ring debut on May 8 on NXT, playing a glitter fairy gimmick, competing in a tournament for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. She defeated former Divas champion Alicia Fox in the first round, but lost to Charlotte in the semi-finals. On September 25 episode of NXT, a new ring entrance theme track Blissful was debuted for the first time with her match against Bayley, where Bliss lost. After a hiatus due to a legit injury, Bliss returned on March 11, 2015 episode of NXT, where she defeated Carmella. The following week on NXT, she defeated NXT Women's Champion Sasha Banks by countout in an untitled match, which led to Bliss being granted a championship match against Banks on March 25 on NXT, which she lost. Bliss had an altercation with Carmella backstage on April 29 episode of NXT. After being slapped, Bliss was consoled by NXT Tag Team Champions Buddy Matthews and Wesley Blake, who were standing in the background. On May 13 episode of NXT, Alexa landed a Sparkle Splash and defeated Carmella after Blake and Matthews set up a distraction. On May 20 at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable, Alexa helped Blake and Matthews retain the NXT Tag Team Championship, forming an alliance with them and turning into a villainous character for the first time in her WWE career. On May 27 airing of NXT, in an untitled tag team match against Elias Sampson and Mike Rallis, Blake and Matthews were accompanied to the ring by Bliss, who has now changed the blue in her hair to red, as well as changed her ring attire to a red two-piece with matching name and markings to the Blake and Matthews ring gear. For this match, Blake and Matthews won, and as an act of humiliation, Alexa hit a Sparkle Splash to Elias. With the effects of TakeOver Unstoppable still fresh, Alexa had a singles match with Carmella on June 3 episode of NXT. Alexa won this encounter by securing a roll-up and grabbing the second rope for additional leverage. On July 29 episode of NXT, Bliss helped Blake and Matthews retain the NXT Tag Team Championship against Aiden English and Simon Gotch, and slapped both English and Gotch after the match. For this takeover appearance, Alexa incorporated her signature skeleton gloves for the very first time on air. Alexa would go on to defeat Blue Pants in a singles match on September 2 episode of NXT. For this match, she added her signature hand gesture to her entrance that she went on to use extensively for the next 5 years. On July 6 episode of NXT, in a match against Bayley, Alexa debuted the Goddess ring attire. The match ended when Bayley executed a Bayley to belly suplex and secured the pinfall victory. On August 17 episode of NXT, Bliss competed in her last match on the Gold brand. On July 19, Bliss was drafted to the SmackDown brand as part of the 2016 WWE Draft. She made her main roster debut on July 26 episode of SmackDown in a segment involving the brand's women's division. Alexa achieved her first victory on the main roster by defeating Becky Lynch on August 9 episode of SmackDown. On August 21 at SummerSlam, she teamed with Natalya and Nikki Bella in a winning effort against Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi. On September 11 at Backlash, Alexa competed in a 6-pack elimination challenge to determine the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, in which she was unsuccessful and was won by Becky Lynch. On December 4 at TLC, Alexa defeated Becky in a tables match to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. On February 12, Alexa dropped the title to Naomi at Elimination Chamber. And on February 21, on SmackDown, Alexa defeated Lynch to capture the title for the second time after Naomi was forced to vacate the championship due to an injury, becoming the first 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. On April 2, Alexa lost the title to Naomi in a 6-pack challenge at WrestleMania 33. At Payback, on April 30, 2017, Alexa defeated Bayley to become the new Raw Women's Champion, becoming the first woman to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships in the process. Alexa then started a feud with Sasha Banks, whom defeated her on July 9 at Great Balls of Fire via countout before losing the title to Banks on August 20 at SummerSlam, ending her reign at 112 days. She regained the title 8 days later on Monday Night Raw. On February 25, 2018, at Elimination Chamber, Alexa won the inaugural Women's Elimination Chamber match. And on April 8, at WrestleMania 34, Alexa lost the title to Nia Jax, ending her reign at 223 days. At the Money in the Bank, Alexa went on to win, and at the same night, she cashed in her contract on Nia Jax and defeated her after attacking both Jax and Ronda Rousey, winning the Raw Women's Championship yet again. This made her the first woman and third wrestler overall to cash in the Money in the Bank contract at the same night after winning it. On August 19, at SummerSlam, Alexa lost the championship to Ronda Rousey, ending her reign at 63 days. At the Royal Rumble on January 27, after a nearly 5 months in-ring absence, Alexa competed in her first Women's Royal Rumble match, lasting 12 minutes and eliminating Ember Moon and Sonya Deville before she was eliminated by Bayley and Carmella. On August 5, 2019, on Monday Night Raw, Alexa and Nikki Cross would win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship from the Iconics in a fatal 4-way tag team elimination match. At the Hell in a Cell on October 6, they lost the titles to Asuka and Kairi Sane after Asuka spat green mist in Cross's face, thus turning them face in the process. At WrestleMania 36, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeated Asuka and Kairi Sane to win the titles for a second time, becoming the first multi-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. On June 6 episode of SmackDown, Cross and Bliss lost their titles to the team of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At the horror show at Extreme Rules, Alexa appeared during the cinematic match between Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. Alexa then became involved in the storyline between Strowman and Wyatt as she was attacked by Wyatt's alter ego, The Fiend, on July 31st on SmackDown. Alexa's involvement with The Fiend would continue in the coming months, with Alexa going into trance and using his finisher, Sister Abigail. As part of the 2020 draft in October, Alexa Bliss and The Fiend were drafted to the Raw brand. From January to March 2021, Alexa's appearance continually shifted darker as she began to constantly interfere in Orton's matches. The transformation ramped up for her scheduled intergender match against Randy Orton at Fastlane. During the match, she attacked Randy with supernatural powers, and at the end, The Fiend made his return and attacked Randy Orton, allowing Alexa to defeat him. At WrestleMania 37, Alexa Bliss was in The Fiend's corner for his match against Randy Orton, but eventually betrayed him by distracting him, allowing Orton to defeat him. On the October 31st, 2022 episode of Raw, Alexa and Asuka defeated Damage Control to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. And in a rematch at Crown Jewel, Bliss and Asuka lost the titles back to Kairi Sane and Io Sky due to an interference from Nikki Cross. At the Royal Rumble event on February 1st, 2025, Alexa Bliss made her first appearance in 2 years, entering the Royal Rumble match before being eliminated by Liv Morgan. Alexa was previously engaged to fellow professional wrestler Buddy Matthews. They ended their engagement in 2018. Alexa began dating musician Ryan Cabrera. The couple were married on April 9, 2022 in Palm Desert, California. In March 2023, Alexa revealed she had skin cancer caused by use of tanning equipment. On November 27, 2023, Alexa gave birth to a daughter. And now let's take a look at her accomplishments in WWE. She is a 3-time Women's World Champion and a 2-time WWE Women's Champion and 3 times WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, 2 with Nikki Cross and 1 with Asuka. She's a 1-time WWE 24/7 Champion, 1-time Women's Money in the Bank winner.